My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. I see them. Yopo.
My justice in near me. No be who say, oh, there is a justice system that we all look up to. Say, bibi boni bi kosukra wo memu a. Obi abeti ya dia to say there will be a just system a. Ebe ma ye nyina ya ye hwe. I'll use the cocoa board example.
Okay.
When we call hono. Mo mo no mo ye adwuma nyina NPP for. Cocoa board. Yes, and ntina msi onyi na di no. Because senka NPP there ye mo mo nya adwuma dia. Then there is no need having Randiabe there. There is no need. Omo ma say ade no, and na ogusu no mo ye adwuma nti. How do you expect any change? Ebio Uba ya omoye bone no. Why na odi na kose? Uba ka che se odi ya omakoyoko. Oso eboa enye no kre.
Onu aba we ka se wo makomo
ya odi omakoyoko omo ya auditing. Ewei, 1 year ni. Ewei. No kre ni se kwa ya auditing anke ye no kre no. Co finance, cocoa board finance. Omo mo nyina am say apart from 1 or 2 persons be. Omo ya NPP for. Enu nti na bo an ye duba. Ono wanya adwuma cocoa board da sense Randiabe ni secretary oni ne ye adwuma boan ye du secretary a na oni ne ye adwuma e na oda so no ye adwuma ada na John Mahama onfa akufo do secretary ni adwuma adwuma ne wo foma body ni bebre dem fa John Mahama konko sen edua so nema na ye sen edua no ye nkuno Airbus a woni ho hwe de ne anka fa John Mahama ho Ghana ha etu ya politics a enye nyame som enya Kristo som ene ya ba ye wa ha no ba be gina be preacher to me say ye will be ono enemies of the state we no wo be ka chem say me ni omo ento kese ne omo mu kwa mani ya ka ba bi omo mani du ye no na ka ba ye nka wo to aso anka ba bi anka ye du ekenye eni anini omo yo man na tanfo bibi e ko so ohun omo dani anuma kone Omo kwa tifia kwa nsuo no na oma ba na afo asa bebusa ohun miracle aboade ne nam ewuram so we judge ne di udini be to anim se obi adiewu na wo ka se o mi de nya misum timi mfa ne nkwa afiase meja udini ni se wonko no na wiase a obesa akoko obi a na yesa de na ba wani eti am in protest dia ko so na time misu cocoa board obi no betimi aka che me say Ghana hanum enya no krese institution dia ye NDC for caucus e ye NPP for caucus NPP for the omo ba no ma ye NDC for ni nyina di no mo no mo ko fa ya adwuma no ma dia unko ba ya o de o si da bi omo ye Ghana for when the catch say NDC for the omo ye Burkina base eti enya suba papa. And I'm calling on all NDC for who protesting against it. It's wrong. And yeah, the papa say what about bemu na wo buy wo na wo da so ya kwa na wo man mu na wo happy before ni hu na wo sere mu and you wrong. And yes, I'm catch John Mahama say on ko fa Akufo do driver man me drive no on ko fa Akufo do secretary o pegana o president na kabom Akufo do secretary na the secretary on ni chief of staff edi don't go for the chief of staff, maybe chief of staff. For more parallel, Wagukra or Whoopie, nearly Julius got nephew. I am wrong. So whatever has happened at the presidency must replicate down there. When you're lady, are there more human beings than the NDC for Nana? Yeah, most of some fossil. Can you do NPP for Indians are more estates or more cast a boom so statiaba. Omo can omo launch by Omia Eco Thanksgiving. Omo the bonum now, omo the bonum, acquire the team I said, Sëcrët. Na pampa so apa kwakodu na hai. The friend says, Zafina Pania. Nicolas Omania champion. Or the bonum said, boom so aba. Because omo so NPP for more ECG. On the drink caniano. That's it. Ada na mukwa na muni na mesom. Ada na muteti ama forsa. Na fe na don't na private no issue statement. Who issue statement for what? Muni kwafo na di muni mo mo na ekoba muni mo mo. enya sa mo sabotage mama mu ndabo amane afa na radio onam o yi na ne ho ano o chechense mu we kire ma kire hwan wo ba anya ono mu na ya adwuma
apart from for ya wo susu say wo mu ye NPP for
me ma example too obi a wo say sa cocoa board ya mo cocoa rehabilitation 350 million o mo sa ko parliament akodi 700 million enya sa no na ma woka company na o mo ma sa contract na went ni anye no wo ba enya sa company na no World Bank 100 million na ma no so on sa anye
okay
na wo be ka che na yeden o mo ye o mo enemies. NDC is their own enemies. And they should stop complaining and just any time. You know the problem. Why would you solve it? Penny no call in the office, no. John Mahama call in the office, no. Or call in the driver call. Were you the chief of staff? Were you the secretary?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you in call for no more year? I don't know now. You're penny no. I would the execution in Antiano. Were you in call for D? No one find people for Uncle Now no. Edie wo call wo appoint we say kokotra koko board wo no NPP for na ye adwuma wa bra ndisi kokoso ho adeti na mo yesa ECG sa
same thing
ECG be bia be ko bia sa now NPP for do mo ni pa cha NDC for
mo di meter
eti atia wo bia no asa ko dina no say NDC ni nsambe di wachi na mo ko campaign no ba de na obedi
the credit and for to na e koso ni ade yin
ni sabotage o ma seda NPP for no o mo pa ba we di money because o ma hu say buy not now for 1 year without a scandal and o ma seda ba o mu tiri po say ko for mu ye ngu o ma ni mu ase hwe Dumso under John Mahama was an orchestrated thing.
Sure.
Yeah. It was a sabotage, a political sabotage. It is what they announced. Say Dumso is over. No, Masa Kwa, Musa Mim, when you remove Kufa do not say. No, be what we catch a doctor for some Munko strike many people. What we catch a doctor, Sebo, Abu Muano, say Munko strike many people. We Kokaya made the doctor for the court. Okay, not John Mahama, the president, 2015. Sir John, because she no Afrikiko. No one is same problem to meeting 3 days after and Omoko strike and a minia by a queer free Yanko for the crazy or qua was why maybe. And I made one material Omoko court. I went to the doctor for to court and strike beam. I could follow the essentially Munkona mi pen. When we any power only on Twitter say, or we are Ghana 40 MPP and this your money and Yajma. Yeah, Quatraba, not than one cast MPP for Ghana, this phone, I painting them, Mumia Quatraba, and you John Mahama. I don't know for this phone, I don't know campaign. I am wrong. They can't say John Mahama, say it is wrong. And now I'm going to I am wrong.
Sure.
And was saying the part Uma. And that's what it is. Now, I go pour by Jesus Christ to crack your bow. Sorry, them. Now, when you say, John Mahama, or years to Omoyepe. Tiabana Bunipa, I've been a say, MPP for the Bonnie, I went down more on Namwa, almost had the Bonnie Nabaswa. Cocoa body, a very typical example. Because they say, and
cocoa price reduction way by year MPP for Dennis Miracle Abuaje and Richard Ahiagbamu when we say or more Casano. And I make cry say 2024 Baumia encounter with the media no obi bisa question.
Yes.
Edify or how
a cocoa board.
I'm a Baumia can say oni no onyawe o it's not a community. Some how we are na ebubo ba sas ya te
go kan agre yi na di.
Ngaba mi kan ya.
Oh. Fast.
Won ko kan yanti e. Na uska be na dey campaign. Usika ye ya so ya dey abro se fa ko campaign no. O ko akwati e to say problem ho. Ko kan. Asmo ba ye mo. Na ebedu baby ni ebe catch Ghana for say munya tax tua because we have paid taxes that are in public some other private pockets. No kwadi say can from bebu man no. Yes. Ana na mo ya yi mu say mo ya my aban. Na enkonfo wi yesika amwo mo ya we John Mahama wa na me kan say PDS obo ba hwe. Akosi sen.
yɛnte
na Gabi timi program na aban we mu nipa akwa program na se comfortably Gabi asara ochire da akokronfo tutuboto mi balawo
to bo asino mi nana misra
ana na mentu bo
misra
PDF e na ma fo sika prepaid scanner ye twa na mo fa ye na omo che sika no phone so no wante enya yante Ghana na jo mama na be ka kire Ghana for say oba hwehwem na oba deal drastically with it mama money na Ghana ha ama enya omo they have found their moral right they have moral right to discuss politics e wo Ghana ha politics wo Ghana ha ada na mama nipa
oya ushenkrofo mu honestly
there is too much pain I'm telling you there is too much pain
nyaka say no ni
eti panya do mama be ye e na mafo dwene ho obi anim se do mama oye adwuma dada obi anim se onim adwuma oh there are people who don't know who they are and it pains yankopon this opportunity of yama do mama share the whole world din so obi benya bisa
correct.
Do you know how Trump really understood God for the second chance? And yeah, easy. Say Yankopon ebe fasa akonia sawe so ama wo bia the way na John Mahama di John Mahama no akwa ti say at the time bia eni kwa say obi ati biem enya hwede nyame ayewo wo go watamfo ani mu ase further push them down because Yankopon ba Yesu Kristo kro wo chiaba politics no and your strategy say a stratagem how to outwit your opponent that is the key word stratagem and the TV say how can NPP find their voices in this country say na ye kasa NPP need to kabi akrofo we mu timi bi o ma no kabi am a boyefo with the form am boyefo ye kasa odwamu a o mu timi bi o ma no kabi all because father for all how
please mesan aba ho Listowell na na kusipoko no le odunze hit gina no mu ono ampa nka obedu a Wednesday se de directive de ba say yen hye fugu no obeba no bom ene o se de be oye protest because what the petition akoma mampani say yen pa mu Cocoa Board CEO ayo Randy Abbey ebi se wokotena ho na adwuma o ye nsuani woni NPP fo bi a wo mka ho ma Cocoa Board asai woni o mo na guso eye adwuma no eni nti ne wo ye protest de no nana mesan aba
wa ko office na bua he do secretary a wono ne kon na krana wono na wo saye wo secretary
no we jano
information be no fan kwa bontin we nya sabe ne wo
mazina na ye nkoso na afi ye nhwe enen nkomo no ho ne ni de la ye hwe nyame adomo a Friday 27th of this month na His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama eko machine jemina afi the State of the Nation address no what they akwa tudwa so far said the woman nesi fakọ say na uhunu no and what are some of your expectations nyame adma Friday a wo hwe say obeti free His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama
okay me da say so far say ehwe amambo na President Libuna infrastructure na a friend then akwan na honkeka hode so far 1 year big push here nyame ada Roma oba oda o dream fa ho ya odi bai ehwe big push be mo si a ye di omodi ye kwan obeda obesore na ya gu gate no so at because who call a friend there hwediem hwediem kwan for so many years kwan ya da wa na sen omodi ma contractor ndu nda himpo ya start say ye gu so into hwesania hwe your friend Kumasi highway ya da ya hwediamo within a year hwediamo year now apart from that nipa na sitrim first no ebedum baby a ukoto nsuo we ewo your friend then store u bebe fie na obeda no hu be kasa akosu agikoto ba ko brem be call we see we mi ton man 1 cedi as say 1 cedi 50 pesos but see for so far you buy 1 year ni nyama is stable since you see you buy na say no wo hin na wa ba be gina 1 cedi da ho gina ho no ma look da ho gina baby e wo emu friend 50 kilo hwe baby e ko dui
yes
na hwe baby asisi aba 5 kilo e bi ekodu angwa na ye ton 1002 sisi angwa ba 500 into hwe na petrol sisi a petrol wa na uka sisi a 1 gallon ya 40 something
45
angwa petrol ko ya ko 120 gallon
90 to 100
na say petrol to 1 liter your friends at 23 cedis
yeah
into 5 times your friend 5 liters 4.5 into usha then nam 100 plus so at yes
okay
into na se ni nyina petrol sisi a petrol abba form say petrol so na kita bibia mbesiafo be kwa kofa aduane kurase dia ba da veni ba tu ne fu ani loro fam ani nyina ye petrol na so sisi ani nyina ye stable
okay
dollar bibia dollar kokodu ye koya to 17.85 na say obi aba within a year dollar ba to for to be ba 9.8 we are 10 sisi ani highest akwa 11 enya do 11 and as so start say drop because when you in the form we den you bu man no na ka di baako sa de no na sisi Ghana ni bia abrantie bia o sorry oh yeah campaign di ma jo mama no sa de no na sisi
ene de ade
anu ni prosecution de o ka kire yan no
okay
o ka kire Ghana fo say atembuo bo ye adwuma na sa atembuo no ye hu atembuo no start say ye de neni hu sa atembuo no ya ye di 1 year njai
na so omacheche ngrofo no bi ya che abu wahab
ya
che give to wire mensa
kusie ni tri na kasa wo ho na we gya na akochi ne bia kusie ni tri wo na wo si ni tri no mperi tri na akotwa ne bia small one na wo ho no mo akasifo no wo
kusie ni tri ani hwan
na onye bi na akoda US ya
kanu frata
masa na yo Ghana ha obi ko your friend loan dia bre Ghana na yo Bank of Ghana ho na wo dia ko fa wo bank na wa je percentage da benda na sa di no so Ghana for Republic ya ba e bi esida NDC ya wa mbemu atames na hwana na NDC fu wo ni bank ni bia finance minister former finance minister your friend is saying ko bra no ni banker wo ti so ye sade no no bia ye sade no nyina ye janu motio wo hwe de mosia chairman friend is saying chairman Kumasi chairman ni most untumi wa say Ghana asase o wie so tumi tina TV so yi nyama du chira dede o wie ni nyina won nam ho kofu bebre ho a masa you to know what they are looking for and apart from that you to know yenhwe na because you to know was sorry DNH no was sorry masa uba rural areas na boys no so was sorry DNH no yam peduma papa bia ma mo mama ya ube ye adwuma ne se den so be lose grounds ube bisa upa ye one way analysis yam bisa mo and you to know if you ba kwa no na sa ko we ya no pe na we lose grounds it is say yan hwe na yan ye de mbrantie na nketesia no wo pa ye be lose ye be say ye be ye Ghana da Dubai so na ye lose grounds ye be sre the you to know pe no ye mom
any accountability prosecution
okay no na ye hwehwe and apart from that na ye changes ya che I was set government sector na ye who there reshuffle ye see someone ye if you say en yi nipa ne dimpa oda also wa kra man do the na ko to Zabila
I want you obi ne so no
obi ne eyi krodo site ase nipa no ede no kwa na nkasa be ka che the major adwuma na nya wo na jai na wo na man jai site ase ye sanyama no na ye su ye nkrofo a wodi wo yi wo nanim a obi enu de sani pay or NDC ni because masa am for dani laughing stock awo kromo
yeah true
many of the youth when we are university wo devote oneself our kita one masters wo devote oneself for DNH aye campaign sisi NPP funu mu na obi sa won there ye nyina wo party ba ye de na we nya yes no
omo bisa no omo party NPP ba omo krade no munya
bebre o ho so ma min kan sem tro sisi NPP ni bi mpo o NDC abi enu mpo no linya mfaso
ndi no kra
no linya mfaso o sanso di 3 NDC ni no It is a changes no yan Cocoa bot mpayfo one of the region mpayfo anu nyina odo sisa wonyina Randy adda ho ada sa woman kananka wo hu de ode o sorry Sisi ano maka wakona so woni yesi aboa no onka wa on finish nchira wodi usa akoni Nancy bonenu ma afi o maka we ukikem den na you as a CEO oti ho wo si secretary a obi use no akono ono na me ne yedwuma esi da benda for wakotena obeye Randy say ye ba me bomu be 1 month to say 2 months ni na ye boni.
He's the first appointee. Wow. Yes.
That's what to know how to now.
Okay, there are so me ba sesia ye gura na shebedwem sesia e de aba debate bi e koso wo ho na the minority leader Honorable Alexander Afenyomakin ewe economy ne ho ene nsema hodo nyina ye ngura mu mra sima ye ba na afi ye nto adwumadi ne so fema
correlation and benefit to the ordinary people on the streets of Accra. Mr. Speaker, the finance minister is here talking about inflation. What is inflation? When you go to the market and you cannot afford and you say inflation. Mr. Speaker,
yes, you can, because you
the finance minister came here talking to us about some 15-month import cover. Mr. Speaker, we are not interested in his economic theories. Mr. Speaker, the finance minister must know that this house is not interested in his new theories. Mr. Speaker, the people of Ghana, and I start from the youth, he promised them 1 job, 3 shifts. I expect you as a finance minister to come to this house to address us on effort you are making. It's been 1 year. 1 year. Your own constituent, give us data. How many people you've employed? In Jomoro, in Ebaregila, in Efutu, the transport minister, the roads and highways minister, in his own constituency at Aklu. How many people have benefited from job creation policy? You come to this house, and you tell us 15-month import cover, and you come and spend a whole 1 hour when your people have no jobs. Mr. Speaker, even when you come to the recruitment, it's a complete scam. And I'll explain to you, the recruitment into police, immigration, prisons, you are now even telling the youth that they should go and buy forms. They should go behind computer and do aptitude tests. In this country, how many areas have internet? The youth are spending more. The youth who are already unemployed, they are borrowing to spend, to have access to computer. These are things that you have ignored. You've ignored. And you come and sit here and say, Mark, you buy electricity. Mr. Speaker, this morning, somebody told me that she used to buy 1,000 for a whole month. Today, even if you buy 2,000 for 1 week and soon, Mr. Speaker, let us be careful what we tell the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, we are talking about electricity. NDC came into office. When they came into office, the first thing they did was to increase electricity tariffs. Instead of pursuing reforms under their own research agenda, they increased electricity, totaling 30%. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, the reality is that electricity tariffs have gone up by over 100% because, Mr. Speaker, the consumption, the people on the street in our constituencies, what they buy is unable to sustain them, and they know the numbers. They know how much they purchased in 2024. They know what they were buying in 2023 as compared to what they are buying now. Mr. Speaker, that is the reality. Next, Mr. Speaker, Next is the cocoa. Mr. Speaker, our cocoa farmers have been a supporting pillar of our economy since the days of Gold Coast. Mr. Speaker, this government came into being and they have abandoned all the supporting pillars of the economy. Mr. Speaker, I don't need to be an economist to understand what leads to economic growth. My basic ideas as an entrepreneur are enough for me to know that when you create opportunities, the economy grows. Mr. Speaker, this government promised that upon assumption of office, a bag of cocoa will be increased to 6,000 Ghana cedi. The finance minister said so. The ranking on agric said so. Mr. Speaker, today, they rather have reduced the producer price. At the comfort of his office, he reduced the producer price. Cocoa farmers, wana how, onyawo how, enya wasem. What's your office? Now what say so? What's the one more haircut? What so? You sat in your office and reduced producer price of cocoa. 1,000 Ghana cedis is what you took away. Cocoa farmers cannot pay fees. They are borrowed from the cocoa crutches. They cannot take care of their health. Those matters do not concern you. Then you come and you say Ghana accelerated national reserve. What we demand from you, Mr. Finance Minister, is to immediately restore the producer price of cocoa that you came to meet. If you cannot increase, don't reduce it. If you cannot increase, don't reduce it. That is the reality. That is the reality, Honorable Finance Minister. Mr. Speaker, again, instead of the Finance Minister introducing incentives to grow the economy, he is not. Mr. Speaker, what businesses need is rebates, tax breaks. What businesses need is a proper environment to grow their business. Mr. Speaker, the minister is not offering any of that. There are no incentives in the economy. No employment. No employment.
Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin, Efutu, ano ena se bedweni wonu ano san minority leader Edema NPP amanyokono e mra se bedwem. Mi monologue time etwem. Kame bon semu ma no. Se de waka se wi na nka me fa makonya akokọ ametimi. Na nka me de man se onfa maba omia se wo ye mampani wo meye ni ye niema waka ni nyina 1 year. Me monologue etwem ntino yemfa audio ni si da bi yemfa audio ni si da fe mi nko nepokuo wo nsem na wo ka no na fe wo de kakra ka ho Alexander Afenyo Markin. Dr. Kasela to force ya chese se economy na sase fa ne ntoma pa bi di fra bibia ye kama niemaguso a eye stable de ba eno ho ensem na ekoso Alexander Afenyo Markin pa chese economy na ye yi anka nipa bebre na mo nya adwuma anya ye economy na ye yi anka ye Honorable Agoja Gardens ni kuro mu kura no eden na watimi ayama youth na timi benefit eno no gina mra hye de dwemu a wo toto mane epa chese na wo hwe koko new prices na aba no kura no a aba we atena ne dem ana wa ma haircut watete akuafo sika so 1,000 Ghana each at every one bag so for land na fe ni nkona na ye poko
me da se so wo hwe Afenyo de okike ya ye na ya ma no kwan mo okikasa ade no okikasa nsami because onu na bredo a anka ya take so say no even price ye dey amasisi no anka obe call lower than this because who are bredo mpona na ye tokoko $12,000 no krampo no ye nden anu krampo no koko funa nanka wade etumi
12,000 per metric ton I think 2012 and 2024
yes, early 2024 Satam na osanka otumi tumu mpoma koko one bag mpo otumi ton be 6,000 roughly we sisi koko ni kura mpo na be 6,000 mpo one tumu.
Okay.
One tumu na sisi ya ti koko so from 12,000 ama babe
4,200. Egusu record down I think.
Egusu record down. Na wo nyonko atina ho a plan de da ma dia ba gina ho na yedede. Academy semi. Say ye say ye politics ye politics di ye. Because when we na one say she nenu nank so yansu ye tafeta fro ha na ye je munti tem bia onya asem bia oba be gina ye. Because energy sector asem bai obianu wona won hu bon. Say ye serious na say yes ye deal with Mbrai Ghana. Energy sector some crown panka I want to be sorry in parliament no on kasa no mbe de inti mesre o man penyin mama yesre me musulman
okay
mesre no on bo modin no on start the promising yen no on sorry na youth no obia lehwe no the only yede on the esrokon na me di kaka me bubo nyama wa ye na nkaka ho na me
ni nyama aka nyina
yes sisi atakwa de se nyame ya dom be 2027 honum no se nyame di yen kwa che na ebe tu afri akra hade na se se lokota kwa de enam duwa road duwa de copy takwa de sometime
de la me da se
nti ebesre one start prosecution one start na manfo ndedi awo ye no won ka wona anu ntu
me da se pa Rene Odela Guda ono eye NDC aboso ward chairman Christian Hunibali ana ote ni nkan se okasa sesia no
dedi kama amena Pendream TV ase na so far so good se open online portal e wo Ghana na nipa share nipa follow nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases Pendream TV